And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our latest foray into the Time Travel League of Baseball. Big Polly coming to you this Saturday afternoon, the 25th of April. And we are off to play Game 78 between two teams. We will show you in a moment, but let's go through the statistical leaders right now in the Time Travel League. Lou Gehrig is leading in the batting average race at 341. Walter Johnson way ahead, pitching for those 1910s Aces with a 157 ERA. Lou Gehrig, also your home run leaguer, 25. We got a three-way tie between Jenkins of the Wings, Alexander of the Aces, and Amos Russi of the Futurists. So Jenkins and Russi, both Travelers, doing well in their respective teams. They are at 11 wins each. Stan Musial at 69 for the Wings, 69 RBIs. A tie between Mariano Rivera and John Wetland for saves. Duffy is leading in stolen bases. Hugh Duffy at 33. Roger Clemens at 114 strikeouts leads everybody. Stan Musial is also leading in runs at 64. Bob Gibson leading with the Explorers in terms of opposing batting average at 200. Right now, the Ironmen are leading. The team that is the best batting. The best pitchers are the Pioneers at 365. The Futurists leading in team fielding with 380. 980, I'm sorry. I was thinking of those ERA numbers. Now, I'm going to get up for a moment and just grab myself a water because I forgot to do that before I began. And today's game is going to be the Sultans at the Wings from Old Yankee Stadium, as promised. We do two live in-week sets of three games over 3 days, and then we do the second three-game set, and then we do this game of the week. So I will be playing as the Wings at home. It's Burley Grimes and Warren Spahn, who the AI voice recognition will call Span for some reason. Just checking, making sure I'm up and running, and I am. We're at Old Yankee Stadium. We're using the OOTP park, but I couldn't find a good Old Yankee Stadium park. It will be Warren Spahn. Martinez always gets picked as the DH, which stinks because he's a backup catcher. So I'm going to put Textera in there in the 9 hole as the DH. And I know the Sultans won't do that. So let's go. It's the Babe playing at Yankee Stadium, but as an opposer and not as a home teamer. So let's get this started.
Pitching for Wings, Warren Spahn.
See, I told you they would call him Warren Spahn. So this is game 78 for each team. The Wings are 45 and 32. The Sultans playing crosstown at Ebbets Field are 42 and 35. The lineup for the Sultans is Harlan Clift at third base, batting 231, leading off. Rogers Hornsby, 308. The number 2 hitter playing second. Bill Terry, Memphis Bill, 289. The first baseman hitting third. Babe Ruth, 315, 24 home runs and 65 ribbies. He is in left field, batting fourth. Hack Wilson, 265. Your center fielder batting fifth. Kai Kyler in right field, 210, has seen limited playing time. He is in right. Tim Salmon is, we're going to get to him in a moment, but I forgot to announce Alan Trammell is the shortstop, a Traveler, 257. Shortstop, batting seventh. Tim Salmon, 8th, 274. Joe Torre is the catcher. He's been seeing a lot of playing time as of late for the Sultans. He is your catcher, batting ninth. Defensively, for the Wings, it's Minnie Minoso in the left with that 9 range and a 6 arm. Aaron is a 6 and a 7 in center. Giancarlo Stanton getting the start today in right. A Traveler, a 7 and a 7 in right. Eddie Matthews at 8 at third. Ernie Banks is at 8 at shortstop. Could also play a first base as an 8. We might see him in that position later. Millie Fox is 9. A 9 range at second. Stan Musial, a 6 at first. Yogi Berra, a 9 with that killer 8 arm, is your catcher. And Warren Spahn has a 6 range at the bump. So Clift leading off. Harland is 231, 9 homers, 43 RBIs, no stolen bases. And that is hit well to right. And Stanton will get that near the warning track for the first out. 77 degrees this evening, this Saturday evening, June 30th. Winds in from left field at 12. So it'll push the ball over to the right a little bit if it's hit well into the air. Hornsby, 308, 16 homers, 54 RBIs. We should mention that Warren Spahn is 471, a 6-7 record. That's a base hit to left. Minoso will scoop that up, and Hornsby is at first. Bill Terry, 289, a homer and 33 ribbies. That's going to be a base hit to right. Starlin will get to that. Hornsby tries for third and gets there. Runners at the corners, one out for you-know-who, the man, the myth, the legend, Babe Ruth. 24 homers, 65 RBIs. Batting average of .315. That is a ground ball. They'll get the force at second, but that's all they will get. The run from third base scores Hornsby, and it's 1-0 Wings. Hack Wilson, 265. 18 homers and 50 ribbies. See what he does. That's K.
2 hits, no errors. Sultans 1. Wings coming to bat.
And here we go with the...
Burley, Grimes.
I'm sorry, Dave. Continue, please. Here's the Wings lineup. Nellie Fox leading off at second, batting first, 284. Minoso in left field, 299, hitting second. Stan Musial at 316. He is the first baseman batting third. Eddie Matthews, 283, third baseman batting fourth. Hank Aaron, 335. He is your center fielder batting fifth. Yogi Berra is the catcher, hitting 340, batting sixth. Banks, the shortstop, 220, batting seventh. Giancarlo Stanton off to a slow start and has seen limited play time. He is 147. And playing right, Mark Teixeira is the DH at 333. Batting average, but he has only had 12 at-bats up to this point in the season. He is your DH. Defensively for the Sultans, Roof, a 5 and an 8 in left. Hack Wilson, a 7 and a 5 at center. Kai Kyler, a 7 and an 8 in right. Harlan Clift is a 6 at third base. Alan Trammell is a 9 at shortstop. Rogers Hornsby, a 6 at second. And Bill Terry is a 9 at first. So it's 6-9, 6-9. Joe Torre, a 5 with a 5 arm at the dish, and Burley Grimes has a 5 range at the pitcher's mound. 494, a 6-5 record, a whip of 1538, which I understand was a good year. Nellie Fox is going to lead off, 284, no homers, 15 ribbies, and 4 stolen bases. That is poked to left, and Roof will get to that. The Bambino with the catch for the first out. Minnie Minoso, 299. 5 homers, 14 ribeyes. And that is hit well to center, but Wilson doesn't really even have to move. He gets the second out for Stan Musial, hitting 316, 14, and 69. And he's going to up his batting average with that base hit that just gets past Alan Trammell. In fact, it's now up to 318. Eddie Matthews was among the home run leaders for most of the season. Now he is at 19 homers and 57 ribbies, hitting 283. Hasn't seen a lot of playing time as of late, but he's been getting back in the groove. That's a base hit to right, and Musial moves to third on the play. Hank Aaron, 335, 14 homers, 62 ribbies, 7 stolen bases. Burley Grimes now. And that's a pop fly to Harlan Clift.
No runs. 2 hits,
and the side's retired.
No errors. Sultans 1. Wing tippers 0.
And if you're asking me how far can the pitchers go, Burley Grimes can go 150. Warren Spahn could go 125. Kai Kyler, 210, only 81 at-bats to this point this season, a homer and 6 ribbies. Both teams have 40 men active. In fact, all teams in the league have 40 men active. Banks, not in time as the throw to Musial is not expedient enough, and Kyler is at first base with an infield single. So you can see a lot of substitutions in these games. But starting pitchers like to go deep in the games. We've seen starting pitchers go extra innings in these games. Alan Trammell, 257, 8 homers, 31 RBIs, 2 stolen bases. Hit well to right. Stanton giving chase, but not too far. He'll make the play at the start of the warning track, and that's one gone. Double play would be nice here for the Wings as Tim Salmon is up. He's been a constant in their lineup. 274, 9 homers, 42 ribbies, no stolen bases. That's K, and Warren Spahn. Dave has been calling him Span. Joe Torre up, good hitter, 222. 8 for 36 so far this season. Just haven't seen the sample size we would like out of Joe, and that is hit well to right. But Stanton will make the play.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Sultans 1, Wings 0.
Yogi Berra up to start the bottom of the second for the Wings. 340, 9 homers, 35 RBIs. Facing Burley Grimes. Doesn't like those left-handed batters. And speak of the devil, that is a shot to right and gone. Just into the seats, Yogi Berra with home run number 10. And we have a tie score as the fireworks go off here at Old Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, not too far from the current Yankee Stadium. And of course, Yankee Stadiums 1 and 2 share the same grounds. They did alterations in the mid-70s. But Yankee Stadium was in the same place, not versions 1 and 2, but version 3 is just down the way. Ernie Banks, 220, 12 homers, 34 RBIs. That's a base hit to left field. Roof will collect it, and Banks is aboard. Giancarlo Stanton, I'm sure he'd like to get his bat warmed up. 147, a homer, and 2 ribbies. He no stranger to the Yankees. Ground ball, Trammell, Hornsby, Terry, double play. We go from no outs to 2 outs for the Sultans defensively, and here is Mark Teixeira, 4 of 12 on the season. And that is going to be a base hit. That's going to boost his batting average up to 385. Teixeira aboard, the 5th hit already for the Wings in just 2 innings. Nellie Fox, as we go back to the top of the order, 0 for 1, 283. Grounder to Harlan Clift. The throw in time.
3 hits, no errors. Sultans 1, Wings 1.
So the hits just keep on coming in this game. We already had 8 hits in 2 innings. Harlan Clift back up, 0 for 1. So we've gone through everybody already. That is going to be popped up to the shortstop Banks for the first out. Rogers Hornsby, 310, 1 for 1 today. That's K for Spahn. That's 3 on the day. No walks yet. For Bill Terry, 1 for 1 and hitting 292. And that is going to go to Hank Aaron, who just had to take a few steps back.
No hits, no errors. Sultans 1, Wings 1.
To the number 2 hitter in the Wings lineup in the 3rd inning, that is Minnie Minoso, 297, 5 homers, 14 RBIs. He's over 1 today. Grounder. Hornsby charging over to Terry for the first out. Stan Musial is 318, 14 homers and 69 RBIs. That's K. First K of the game for Burley. And we go back to Eddie Matthews, who is 1 for 1, hitting 286. That's a grounder base hit again for Eddie. That's 2 for 2 for him on the day. Bringing up Hank Aaron at 334, 0 for 1. This is hit well to center, but right to Wilson. Side retired.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Sultans 1, Wings 1.
So a calmed down 3rd inning. Only 1 more hit combined than we saw in the first 2. 1-3-0 for the Sultans with 2 men left on. 1-6-0 for the Wings. 4 men left on. If you're watching this on April 25th, Action PC Football is supposed to be coming out sometime this weekend. Has not come out as of recording time at 12:30 Eastern Time, April 25th. But we'll keep looking. Babe Ruth is 0 for 1. That is right to Fox. A line drive out for Hack Wilson, who is 0 for 1 and a K. 264. That's a pop-up to Banks, who grabs that for the second out. Kai Kyler is 1 for 1, 220. And I don't know, Matthews with a bad play there. That's going to be the first error of the game, E5. And Kyler aboard at first, bringing up Alan Trammell, who is 0 for 1. Banks in time.
Nothing across in the top of the fourth. Sultans 1, Wings 1.
But one error was made on Matthews. Yogi Berra back up. He got a hit in his last at bat, which was a home run to right. The short fence is in right field. And that is going to be a base hit, so Berra is 2 for 2. Moving into 347. Ernie Banks 1 for 1. That's K. 2 for Burley Grimes. He so far has used up 57 of his, we think, allotted 150 pitches. With one out in the bottom of the fourth, here is Giancarlo Stanton. That hit him. That hit him. He could not get out of the way. So that'll move everybody up a base and put Stanton at first. Go to another Yankee with two Yankees running around. It's Mark Teixeira, who is 1 for 1, 385. And it is a grounder heading Trammell's way. They get the force at second over the first
runs,
double play.
1 hit, no errors. Sultans 1, Wings 1.
6-4-3. And Salmon now up, the number 8 hitter for the Sultans in the top of the fifth, with the score tied 1-1. Hit well to center. Aaron moving to his right, making the play. First out. Joe Torre back up, 216. He's 0 for 1 today. Grounder, Banks, usual, second out. For Harlan Clift, who is 0 for 2. Grounder, Fox, usual, side retired.
No runs, no hits, no errors. Sultans 1, Wings 1.
To the bottom of the fifth we go, and Nellie Fox, 0 for 2 on the day, 282. Grounder, Terry, unassisted, 1 out. Minnie Minoso hitting 294, the ageless member of the Chicago White Sox, who played into his 50s. Trammell to Terry for the second out. A great play by Alan Trammell, who is not unaccustomed to making big plays. And Stan Musial is up again, 1 for 2, his third time up, hitting 317 now. And that is sock to right. Kyler to the track, makes the play.
Nothing across in the bottom of the fifth. Sultans 1, Wings 1.
To the top of the sixth now, and Rogers Hornsby, 1 for 2 on the day, 309. And this is hit well to left. Minoso, though, not having to move much, and makes the play in left for the first out. Bill Terry, 291, 1 for 2. That looked like a bunt. Matthews charging, and they get the runner at first with Fox covering first base. Second out for Babe Ruth, who is 0 for 2 with a ribby. Up the middle, Fox. An error. Fox got that a little too fast. Musial could not make a clean play of it at first base, so Ruth aboard with an error to bring up Hack Wilson, who's 0 for 2 and 262. That's K.
No runs, no hits, 1 error. Sultans 1, Wings 1.
Burley Grimes back up, 77 pitches through 5. A little more than halfway through his 150-pitch allotment, should he go that far. And Eddie Matthews, 2 for 2. And now he's 2 for 3. That was a grounder to second base. Bringing up Hank Aaron, 0 for 2. Grounder, a base hit. Found the hole in right field, but a throw to first caught Aaron napping. It was a 9-3 putout. You do not see that too often out of Hank Aaron. They get the runner, the right fielder, through to Terry, and a 9-3 play at first base, which you do not see too often, is the second out, and that brings up Yogi Berra at 347, 2 for 2 today. That's a grounder. Hornsby to Terry, side
No
retired.
runs, no hits, no errors. Sultans 1, Wings 1.
To the top of the seventh. Boy, that's not a play you see every day, but that just shows you how good Action PC Baseball is. Kai Kyler is 1 for 2, hitting 217. His Warren Span has been going through the lineup with much more ease in later innings, and that's a grounder to the shortstop over to first for the first out. Alan Trammell up at 255, 0 for 2. Hit well to right. Stanton not having to go back far. He'll make the play in right field. Score that 9 on your score sheet. And Tim Salmon now up at 0 for 2, 272. That's hit well to left. But Minoso just charges to his left for a little bit.
No hits.
7th inning stretch time with the score
Sultans
1-1.
Wings 1.
And Ernie Banks up, 222. Mr. Cub, they call him. That is Cliff making a line drive. Leaping catch for the first out, and that brings up Giancarlo again, who is 0 for 1. But I am thinking maybe we go and bring in somebody else. We're going to bring in Jose Ramirez to play pinch hitter.
Hitting for Wings, Jose Ramirez.
Just to change of pace here a little bit. He's a switch hitting member of the Cleveland Indians, and this is his first at bat this year. Is a little better against righties than lefties. That's why he was brought in. That's hit well to left, high in the air, but Babe Ruth's going to make the play there for the second out. Mark Teixeira is up 1 for 2 on the day, and now he will be 1 for 3, barring an error.
No runs, no hits, no errors. Sultans 1, Wings 1.
So we go to the top of the 8th, taking a little lark to get a pinch hitter in for the Wings of the 7th. We're going to put Jackie Jensen in right field. He will bat 8th and replace Giancarlo Stanton. Joe Torre is 0 for 2, hitting 211 in that 9-hole. That's a walk. Not a great way to start the inning if you're Warren Spahn. Harlan Clift, 228, 0 for 3. That is a bunt. Clift beat it out, but they got a force at second. And that's going to bring up Rogers Hornsby at 308 and 1 for 3 today. Grounder, Fox. They get the force at second. No throw to first. So it'll all be up to Bill Terry at 290. Keep this alive for the Sultans in the 8th, which he's going to be able to do. Jensen with the play. Runner moves to third. Hornsby, and here comes trouble with Babe Ruth. That's the first hit the Sultans have gotten in a while, since I think the second inning. So Spahn at 91 pitches. I guess this is what they call these days a high leverage situation, but we're going to keep Spahn in with Babe going 0 for 3. He does have a ribby to his name. And this is a grounder. Matthews playing it backward. Forced to second. Side retired.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Sultans 1, Wings 1.
Nellie Fox at 281. 0 for 3 on the day as the Wings go through the lineup a 4th time. That's a grounder right back to Grimes over to Terry for the first out. So Minnie Minoso up 0 for 3, 292. That's a grounder down the first base line. Terry will go to the bag unassisted for out number 2. Burley is at 91 pitches through 23 outs. So Stan Musial 1 for 3, 316. Well, now he will be 1 for 4.
Nothing across in the bottom of the 8th. Sultans 1, Wings 1.
Now we get to a pressure situation for the Wings with Spahn at 94 pitches out of his 125. And Hank Wilson, not Hank Wilson. I'm thinking Hank Williams. Hack Wilson is up 0 for 3, 261. That's a K. 5 Ks for Spahn, and Wilson has struck out 3 of those 5 times. Kyler at 1 of 3 for today. Grounder, Banks, Musial. No, not a clean exchange. That's the 3rd error of the day for the Wings, and Kyler now aboard with his 9 base running. Best base runner is a 10. Alan Trammell now up 0 for 3. Gotta watch Spahn here. That is popped up, looking like Fox will get to it near the first base bag, and that is a second out for Tim Salmon, who is 0 for 3. Salmon hits it to left. Minoso going back. And he'll have to go back as far as he can and he won't get the ball. It's a home run for Tim Salmon to make the score 3-1. Tim Salmon has broken the deadlock. And we go to Joe Torre, who is 2-11 and 0 for 2. Ball 4. So now you got to watch Spawn here as he's on the endangered species list. We go to Harlan Cliff back to the top of the order for the 5th time. A grounder and a base hit in the right center. Aaron cannot make the transfer, and everybody will move up an extra base. They will walk Hornsby to get to Bill Terry, and they will bring in a new pitcher. And they should be looking for another lefty here, which is going to be Billy Pierce. He will finish the game.
Pitching for Wings, Billy Pierce.
Billy Pierce has had 7 innings pitched, has not given up anything earned, but he has no record. Has given up 3 hits. Against lefties, he's 217. Bill Terry has problems with lefties as opposed to righties. He hits 362 against them and 389 against righties. So this is the best percentage play the Wings could make. And this is hit to right. Dropping fast. Jensen will get to it, and he
2
does.
runs, 2 hits, 2 errors. Sultans 3, Wings 1.
Bottom of the 9th. Some 9th inning magic will be needed for the Wings to pull this one out. Game 78 for each team. Eddie Matthews, 2 for 3 today, 288. Base hit to center. Now you got the man who has hit more home runs in his career than anybody else until Barry Bonds came along. Infielders will guard the lines. Hank Aaron 0 for 3, but he can mash and make things difficult for Burley. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball, a base hit. Goes to Roof, and now there's runners at first and second. Yogi Berra, who hit a homer in the 2nd inning, can win it here with a home run. 2 for 3, a homer and an RBI. Hitting 346. Burley Grimes is now up to 99 pitches. No sense of fatigue for him. And this is going to be a slow ground ball to the shortstop. And everybody's going to move up. An infield single. Bases full of Wings. Nobody out in the bottom of the 9th for Ernie Banks, who is 1 for 3. Now, with Ernie slumping this season, I'm going to pull for a pinch hitter. And that pinch hitter is going to be Red Shanedeist. It was 67.6 percentage.
Red Shanedeist.
Now, because we have 40-man active rosters, Shanedeist has only had 1 at-bat this year, and it was for a hit. Intrigue abound as this pitch is delivered. That is up the middle. Hornsby to Trammell to get the force. But a runner scores to make it 3-2, and we go to Jackie Jensen, who is 1 for 4 this season. Infield will play in, but all the Wings need is 1 run just to tie it and extend the game. Let's see what Grimes does. That's a grounder to first. Terry to Trammell. And the runner, Aaron, held at third. He did not try to make a play at home base. So it's up to Mark Teixeira to keep the game alive for the Wings. And again, that 288 average. I think I got guys who could hit better. We will go with Rocky Colavito.
Pinch hitting for Wings, Rocky Colavito.
Colavito is 0 for 3 this season. But I think he's the guy you go to in this situation. 3-6-0 for the Sultans. 2-10-4 for the Wings. 9 left on base for the Sultans. 5 left on base for the Wings. Here we go. That is a ground ball to Trammell, and that's your game. By a whisker, the Sultans win 3-2 over the Wings.
The final score from Yankee Stadium, Sultans 3, Wings 2. Burley Grimes is the winner. He is now 7-5 on the season. Warren Spahn is the loser. He is now 6-8 on the season. Tim Salmon hit home run number 10 on the season. Yogi Berra hit number 10. Time of the game, 2 hours, 32 minutes.
So the Wings win, Wings lose, and we'll see where that puts them with everybody else yet to play. The Sultans are now a game and a half behind the Futurists in the B division. And let's just show you what happened in the other games, see if anything did on this last day of April on the game calendar. Great matchup between the Futurists and the Niners, but the Niners prevailed 13-2 on Kirby Puckett's 2 home runs. The Deadballers 2-0 with Joe Jackson going 2 for 3. Eddie Plank over Tom Seaver. Pioneers beat the Spitfires 5-4. Morris over Walters, and Hugh Duffy had a triple, going 2 for 5 with 2 ribbies. The Stars over the Aces with Wade Boggs shining, 2 of 3 with a homer. Tanana over Rudolph. And the Ironmen shut out the Explorers 3-0 in L.A. Warren Key over Gibson, and Bill Dickey went 4 for 5. We told you about Kirby Puckett's day. The Wings, as you saw, had 4 errors. The Spirits, in their 2-0 loss to the Deadballers, also had 4 errors. Eddie Plank for the Deadballers, 9 innings pitched, 4 hits, no homers, 9 Ks, 1 walk. Gibson had 6 Ks for the Explorers in their 3-0 loss, went the distance. And that's it. So, with those totals factored in, the Futurists lead by a game over the Sultans. The Wings lead by a game over the Pioneers. The Sultans and the Pioneers would be the wild card team, with the Explorers 2 back, the Deadballers 3 back, the Aces and Spitfires would be 4 back. And that'll do it, folks. Hope you enjoyed today's game. As I just flipped my camera on. Sorry about the little... This has been Big Polly coming to you, wishing you well. Godspeed, God bless. We'll do it all again soon. Bye-bye for now, everybody.